Look out, and cheers! That's quite funny compared to you. Wow. It is. Hi, I'm Millie Blue.
And I'm VikiMew.
And we are the CandyBats. I think we're CandyBats, not the CandyBats.
That's why we always say the CandyBats, and we are the CandyBats. Yeah, we always... CandyBats.
Is it CandyBats or CandyBats? We are CandyBats.
It's fine. Anyway, we're doing a top three. You should know what we're doing.
I'm spaced out. Top 3 favourite video games? Am I right?
Yeah, basically the ones that mostly inspire us. So if you don't agree with the list we've chosen, well, it's just our own personal views, our own personal opinions, you know.
Our views, our opinions are just like our favourite games.
Yes.
You have yours, we have ours, and we want to express ours.
Yeah. It kind of sounds like,
don't you criticize us, damn it!
But yeah, it's just like our own opinions, so yeah, let's move on.
My number 3 is Animal Crossing, the Nintendo DS game. But it's not just one in particular, it's 2, because I can't really remember how many there is.
I don't know.
I only know this home design where you create people's houses, but I wasn't really fond of that. But basically it's just Animal Crossing. I don't know if it had like a side name to it, but I know Animal Crossing New Leaf. In those games, you know, you get to be your own person, make friends. In New Leaf you get to become a mayor, so then you're doing errands like what the mayor does. I don't know. It's been a long time since I played it, but it's still my 3rd favourite game because I'm like, oh, I remember this.
Actually only played like a little bit of it, I think I remember, because I really wanted to play it as a child, but I only got
so many memories.
Yeah.
But yes, and you know, you get to build it into a better town, and you know, you make friends with the town folk, and if you know you don't talk to them in a while, then like, I'm leaving, I've got better places, and you can tell them to stay or go. You're like, okay, bye, see you later, or no, please stay.
What was his name? Was it Tom?
Oh, Tom Nook, yeah. Tom Nook.
I think he scared me when I saw him.
The little slimy sleazeball who's like, oh yes,
the debt
give me money. You're in debt, give us money. And no, my favourite is like when you go into the cafe in the first Animal Crossing, and you just got like, you know, the guitar, whatever his name is, the dog on the guitar, and the owl serving you coffee, and it's just like a little. I can't remember the tune. That was terrible.
The do.
The do. The do do do. The do do do.
For my number 3 is Mass Effect 2. This has been probably a game that I treasured deeply into my heart. Deeply. I love the game because the story in it is really good. It continues on from the first game, but it just seems a lot more in depth, the second one, and things really start to build up, and you have like a proper threat that you can actually fight and face in this one. You can in the others, but it just seems a lot more, I don't know, more in depth.
Commander Shepard?
He has no idea what he's getting into. To his credit, he's recruiting an impressive team. Assassins, scientists, biotics. He's scouring the galaxy for the best.
For some reason, with like the Reapers in the series, you can't exactly fight them, so having something that's been introduced as like this big massive threat, and you have to go into this like suicide mission, and you have to do all these different kind of choices that actually properly affect the outcome of the game, which is why I like this one more than anything, because the first game, it had really one ending, and the third game had those really stupid endings. But the second one, depending on what you do in the game from the first and the second one, you could get everyone killed, so you could all survive. Some people could die and you could survive, or, you know, loads of different things could happen.
I was gonna say, isn't that what is the second one? Isn't that guy
And Garrus.
Garrus.
You get to remember Garrus.
No, but what's the other guy? The assassin dude.
What? Fane.
I was gonna say Thanos.
Thanos?
I thought it was Thanos. I was like, no, my brain's thinking Thanos. No.
Thanos. No, Garrus is.
Garrus is a nice place in your heart.
Yeah, he has
And
a
my
place
heart
in
too. Even though I'm like Mass Effect.
But yeah, it got me through a lot in secondary school mainly, and it was a game I kept playing over and over and over again, so it has to be like in my top 3. For my second favourite game is Fable 2. And I've realised I've like done Mass Effect 2 and now it's Fable 2. There's a lot of
with the sequels.
Yeah, a lot of them were sequels for some reason. But Fable 2, again, I fell in love with this game, and it was the first Fable I actually ever played, and the reason why I love it so much is because it caters to so many things that I love in games, like the development of the character. You can be kind of almost who you want, or you can really like kind of customize them. You can't like change their actual face details, but like you can dye their hair, change their hair, and change their outfits and things like that.
Unless someone better comes along.
But there also is this system that's like good, evil, corrupt and pure, so you can do things that are like really good and really pure, and it can change the look of your character and the opposite way around, and you can kind of mix them. Like you can have good but corrupt, or evil but pure, and it's kind of really cool to mess with those things. But you can also like own houses, you can have a family.
Oh, there's that one. I didn't know which one because I can't remember. I remember playing it, but I can't remember. It's the one where you're like...
played 3 as well.
Wait, no, am I thinking of Fable 3 then? Is that the one, Fable 3, the one where you're like the princess or the prince?
Yeah, that's Fable 3.
Yeah, I'm getting all confused. I remember playing Fable, and you just massively buff even the woman's like...
That's Fable 2. That's Fable 2.
See? You massively buff. I don't like it. I was like, you massively buff, and you're like, I don't want to be buff, you know?
That was the funny thing, like if you're plays a female hero, if you up her like physique, I think it is, she becomes really weirdly buff.
Joe
I never did.
Man.
It's like skill. If you upped a load of your skill points, you would become like really tall. If you buffed up, buffed up. Yeah, it fits. If you buffed up your strength skills, then you become really like.
I think that's what I accidentally did, because all of a sudden I'm like, why am I so buff?
Yeah. And then with Will, you just get like if you have like not just if you have tattoos, you'd get those kind of veins, kind of things, the blue veins.
The second one or the third one?
Second one.
I keep thinking, is that like? Oh no.
No, in Fable 3, you only start to have like a change, really when you've completed the game, when you either get like that good one or evil one, but there's not much change really. You just get paler. You just get really like hyper white for some reason.
No.
Yeah, because you kind of like your kind of colour or my kind of colour, but then you go literally like bone white.
I think you're kind of look at the difference.
But yeah, it's a good game. I love it.
Jeez. It's just so aggressive. For my second favourite game, it's The Sims 3. Not the fourth one, not the second one, and not the first one,
Oh,
the third.
Third.
No, I said it's the third. Anyway, the reason I like this is because, you know, it's open world, which I really like the ideal of it. I don't know if that's like the word to say it, but it's like, you know, you could like press map. You press map and you're like, oh, okay, I can go over there, you can walk there, you can drive there, or if you had like pets, you could ride there with your horse.
You can ride your horse.
You can ride your horse. There's one of them. And I pretty much like the expansion packs you got with it. You know, Supernatural, Seasons, what are the other ones? Oh. Island Paradise, Into the Future, University, World Adventure. I didn't really like World Adventure, to be honest. That's the only expansion pack I didn't really like. Because it was boring. I thought it was boring. And Into the Future I didn't really appreciate that much. I think my most favourite would be between University and Island Paradise. And a bit of Supernatural on the side, because you gotta love them supernaturals.
Yeah, I love messing around like things.
One thing that sucked about it though was the custom content and the glitches that you got with custom content, where, you know, you have a little baby but it's like a little little thing, and you have to age them up, so you can't really have a baby.
Yeah.
With custom content, but custom content is good.
Yeah.
So therefore,
it's not in the game, but you know, a lot of people like to download that.
Oh, I forgot Showtime as well for expansion.
Oh
pack.
yeah.
That got me. I forgot Showtime. See. And also the story progress, where, you know, say you've made a family and you're into like your second, third generation, and you move out of that family, you can still see what's going on with that. And I feel like Sims 4 lacks that, because, you know, you move out but you don't know really what your family's going to do while you're on a different play.
Well, it's
shame,
more
really.
like the story progression.
Yeah.
It's more of a people, like not your playable.
Yeah, like
characters.
everyone in
like,
the neighbourhood.
They have babies and things. They get jobs and things. But in like Sims 4, they don't do that.
No, you just grow old and die.
They just grow old.
That's really depressing.
Yeah.
You grow old and you die.
It's like if you make some Sims and put them in Sims 4, they don't do anything. They won't get a job or anything like that.
Oh my god, then how do they pay rent?
Yeah, like.
See, I do play Sims 4, but like, how do you like? How does my character pay rent?
She doesn't. She's unemployed. She's been employed.
Wow. Wow, that's on Viki's save. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's yeah. I think Sims 4 lacks in that. Hopefully, you know, EA, if you see this, put story progression in. You know, yeah, okay. Right, fine.
Yes.
Be done. And last, but certainly not least, it's the ultimate favourite that I will go back to any time of the day, or any day, no matter how old I am, and that'll be Kingdom Hearts, the franchise, but more importantly, Kingdom Hearts 2.
Don't ever forget, wherever you go, I'm always with you.
Because that was the first ever game I played from the Kingdom Hearts franchise. Don't ask me why, but my parents bought me Kingdom Hearts 2, and I thought it was like, I didn't realise this was little me talking. I didn't realise, I thought it was a standalone game. So I'm like, this is new. Well, then they're talking about something that happened in the last games, and I'm like, what? But this was like, and so, you know, then I, you know, searched it up, and I'm like, oh, I need the first game and the other games from that. But I'm glad that they remastered it for, you know, PS3, and then to master it for PS4 as well, and especially with Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out next year, which I'm pretty excited about, and hopefully I need to pre-order, because, you know, all that jazz.
Oh,
yeah, but I think most players who play Kingdom Hearts will know the pet peeve most players do have is with Donald Duck.
I heard about the healing thing.
That duck cannot heal for poop. Like,
It's honestly
you're-
that bad.
You have like that much half like a life, and then you're like, Donald, I need healing, because you've used your magic and you can't heal yourself. You're like, Donald, and you die. And then
Wow.
he heals himself. He'll heal Goofy. Yeah, he'll heal himself. He'll heal Goofy, and then he's about to heal you. I'm dead, Donald. Where were you? And that's where like you get like a load of fit of rage with it, and you just get and it carries on. Hopefully, please, in Kingdom Hearts 3, Donald, heal, please.
Please do the heals, because I need the heals.
I need the heals.
We don't know the bug's true form or origin, or why it's even here.
You said Sora has to call these memories to the surface. Is it time?
But yeah, but it's my ultimate favourite. It's the franchise, the whole timeline for it. It's a bit, I say a bit of a headache because I didn't really know until I watched the YouTube video of the timeline, and once I watched that and I realised there's a lot more going on to it than you think, and it's pretty much like it's really good, you know, because you've also got the Final Fantasy characters, you've got Disney, so you've got that combined. Oh, what if Noctis is in the third game?
Oh,
oh wow,
another crossover.
That's the thing, but probably not anyway.
He's already been put into Tekken.
Oh yeah.
As well.
But yes, that is my number one.
For my top favourite game of all time is Persona 5. And I played this, I think, last year at some point. And once I started playing this game, I just couldn't put it down. And it took me 140 hours to complete this game, by the way. I mean, it's worth the money, that's what I can say. It's completely worth it, because it gives you so much content. Just like, as you're going through the game, you think, okay, I learned everything, like I know all the stuff I can do, and you're like, oh, there's more things that you can do. And it's like, wow, okay, they're giving you a lot of things to do in this game. This is how a game should be made. But yeah.
I haven't played it yet. I've got the game, but I haven't played it. It's 100 how many hours?
140.
140!
It's really long, and it is really confusing at first, but the way they've kind of flowed it, they've made it so it's like, oh my gosh, that makes a lot of sense, and this is really interesting, the way they've kind of like unfolded everything and put like this new information in. They did it well, and the confidence you get, like the companions and everything, they're oh, what's the word, like they're really well character developed. Really, they feel real, they feel like they're actual people.
Be my best friend, you know?
Yeah, like you can really get to like know these characters.
This rain ain't too bad. You better hurry up or we'll be late.
Are you really a bad person, as the rumor says?
The world is not as it should be. It faces an inevitable utter ruin. However, mankind is said to hold the power to overturn even the most dire of predicaments.
And you actually care for them, and you feel like, oh, this is so sweet, like all these interactions with them, and you want to keep like talking to them. And then there's people that are not your companions that you also talk to up your skills, but you also have to do things in like the everyday school life of the character you're playing, so you have to up other skills and do well in school, do well in like kind of the real life thing.
That's not
as well as going into
the, you know, you've got school, you've got
you got this, you got that,
you've got everything. If you do this, you miss this point and this point.
Yeah, you have to balance things out, because you also have like timelines to do things in the metaverse, which is this kind of other world where these sort of people, the companions and your character, have these things called personas. And it's like yes, of course, brings in the name. Yeah.
Well, I thought, no, I didn't think any of this. Continue.
It's like the real version of themselves that they never kind of like show, in a way. And only a few people have these sort of ones. Otherwise, all the other people are kind of like sheep, or they're like these very corrupt individuals who end up getting these things called palaces. And
this is hurting my brain already. already.
And it's
played it.
Yeah, but it's really cool because it follows like the 7 deadly sins each palace. Like the first one's lust, the second one it says vanity, but it's kind of like sloth as well.
Like
and
vain. Was it the vain one?
Well, vanity. It's got envy. It already has an envy one. Because it's lust. They say vanity, but it's kind of mixed with sloth. Then it's greed, and then you have. Oh, not greed, it's gluttony.
Yeah, gluttony.
Then it's wrath, then it's greed, then envy, and then pride. Yeah, so it follows in that order, but it's so much fun, and like I recommend it to everyone. And even though I've played so many games throughout my life, this one, it's been worth the money. It's been worth like the time that I played, and it's replayable as well, so that makes things even better.
The world is not as it should be. It faces an inevitable utter ruin. However, mankind is said to hold the power to overturn even the most dire of predicaments.
Yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. This has been our
top 3 favorite games
of all time.
Let us know yours in the comments below if you want. So
that would be nice. We would love to know what games you like.
The best.
Yes.
Around. Nothing's ever gonna bring me down.
Anyway, bye guys.
Bye.